all right? Not just a quick on and off. Whenever you make contact and break contact, do it in a smooth way, okay? Every contact you make with this client, every time you break contact, do that smoothly, because there's nothing worse than making lots of lovely contact. What's going on there? Lots of lovely contact like this, and then suddenly doing that, okay? Because that feels, Marilena, how does that feel?
It's so abrupt.
It's very abrupt. And they're going to really notice that every time, you know, anything like that that you do is noticeable, all right? So you make contact and break contact in a nice smooth way. Oh. And I kind of, you know, I do all sorts of things over the tail just to kind of get a sense of it, all right? And get them to, this is part of the building the trust before you even start, okay? How confidently you do this bit will give them that sense of comfort with what you're doing. Okay, then you're going to remove the towel. I think Draw does it down here. Oops. Oops. I generally take this top towel off and do what he does, okay? Tuck the bottom towel in and undo the bra. Now, to be honest with you, also, I tend to like to take the bra off because I work a lot on the arms the other way, this way round as well. And if you haven't got the bra off, it does make it a little bit difficult. But I'll leave it like that. But at home, you know, if you've got clients who don't mind removing that before you start, it's much, much easier. Okay, so then you're going to oil.
And can I just add, generally you would, if they do have the bra, and I would always ask them, or just tell them, I'm going to undo the bra, is that okay?
Thank you so
just
much.
Just to
you know
tell
what?
them.
I remembered that and then I forgot. Yeah, absolutely, we covered that.
Yeah, exactly.
But good reminder.
It's that oil as well, this looks a bit different.
It is different. No, it's not. Draw.
What is it?
So, excuse me a second while I just do all that. Okay. No, it is a different type of oil. I said I would talk to you about oils, okay? I promise you I will talk to you about oils because I've had lots of experience working with different oils. And here's what I've come to. Because I want an oil that works for me, but also works for my clients as well. What I find is with a lot of the vegetable and seed oils is they leave a lot of residue, okay? And so I've come to, after a lot of research, I've come to a couple of oils that are perfect for not leaving loads of oil all over that is easy to wash out. I tell you why that came about, because I had business clients who came in their lovely white shirts and then their shirts were actually ruined. So, you know, I kind of over time had to work out that that wasn't going to work. Okay? So somebody remind me what we did first, please. It was kind of Effleurage. This is Effleurage, right? Effleurage.
Ringing.
Okay, thank you. Ringing. Note the body use. Ringing. We started from the side, didn't we?
Yeah,
That's what I'm remembering. And we could do some lovely stuff around the shoulders. And then because none of you were moving, I got you moving with, didn't I? Yeah, I remember now. And we also did some of this. Alternating hands. Do I get you
Up
doing
away.
All right, hang on. You did some of that. And you did some of this. Yeah.
Which side is the hand as well?
You did some of that.
it's
lovely
called.
that you all remember all the stuff you did.
And on the knuckles.
And you did some knuckles, like that. I'm going to show you another way. I'm just wondering whether to show it to you now. Oh, wait. So we did some knuckle stuff. Always for me, it's good to reinforce what you're doing with another hand, not just use one. Okay? So if you imagine I'm working like that, it's a little unstable. Okay? If I slip, I can go all over the place. If you add another hand in there, it acts as a guide. Okay? No problem, right? And then if you tuck that thumb underneath, it's actually quite useful. Then you've got two hands working together. So I'll put that in now, because I like that. Okay, so we're going in deeper. When we do a massage, tend to start light with the Effleurage strokes and work in deeper and deeper. So we start to work with Petrissage. Effleurage, we mentioned that name, didn't we?
Yeah.
Skimming the surface. So Effleurage is skimming the surface. Can be done with two hands or one hand on top of the other, which is some of the stuff we were doing, yeah? So you can go anywhere with that, anywhere you like. And I might change that hand, depending on where I am, okay? So this stuff you've done. Then we started to work into Petrissage. What do you think Petrissage is all about?
Moving the muscle.
Yeah, it's moving everything, soft tissue generally.
Blood circulation.
Yeah, it's very good for circulation, but for deeper circulation. So what we're doing with Petrissage is picking up, squeezing and pushing together the tissues. Yeah, so this ringing movement here is part, if we do a big ringing movement across the back, it's almost like skimming the surface, okay? But if we take that movement into a smaller area and you squeeze the tissues against each other, then we're working more with Petrissage. Got it? Okay, and we can do that in all sorts of ways. So once we start working deeper, we're working more with Petrissage strokes. So I can push, this is just your finger work, pushing it into the hand. Petrissage. Okay. Much deeper into the tissues. I'm on a different level now. Shall we check in with our client? Andy? Are you all right? Okay. So that's 3 I've just introduced. You already had that, right? What I've introduced here is just bringing in the hand to stabilise that, okay? Either on top, just on top like that, or you can tuck the thumb under. A lot of this stuff depends on the size of your hands and just the size of the client, how much muscle there is there, all right? So don't get fixed in it has to be this way, it has to be that way. And sometimes she's quite slight, but she's taking it. Okay, so always, whenever I start working deeper, I'm going to reinforce what I'm doing. Okay, thumbs, fingers, whatever. Another little tip for you, because I've already seen it a few times, is whenever you work with your thumbs, always work in line with your finger. Anytime you take your thumb away from your finger, that puts strain on the joint. Okay? Always in line. Right? And you can reinforce that as well with your hand. So actually all that's happening is the thumb is the tool. That's all it is. Okay? Am I giving you too much? Talk to me. Okay, let me just recap because I have to think. So, reinforcing with the hand, ringing, that same ringing movement, but moving in much smaller areas. So up in here, you can ring backwards and forwards in there. Okay, and it really is just moving the tissue against itself. Okay? So, we had hands like this. obviously in some areas that works really well. Others. Right, I'm adding in quite a lot. Rolling. You can roll the tissue. Okay? Picking it up, rolling it towards the thumb. Picking it up with your fingers, rolling the thumbs towards it. Okay? And again, some areas easy to do, some areas not. So you're going to, some of these techniques you're going to use elsewhere, on the leg, for instance. Okay. Right, how am I doing on this? So we did this, we did the stuff by the side of the spine.
Arms.
No, what we've already done. I've shown you a few extra. From the top of the couch, if I remember, we did the eye stroke.
Mhm.
Yeah? Eye stroke.
Yeah, diamond definitely. No?
That was it.
That's it.
Oh, that's it.
That is it.
Oh, you call it the diamond?
No, we don't. Joel does.
Okay, it's called the diamond. Okay, I'm calling the diamond the eye stroke. Sorry. Okay. So you can go down, up, and do a T. Okay. Or you can go down, across, back, up, and that's, to me and I, that's the diamond stroke.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. Sorry, Draw.
The only thing different is going down the sides.
You're going further down.
He just tells us to come to the lower back lightly, then cut back up, not to the sides.
Okay, let me
So,
show
which
you
is-
again,
Which is good.
because that was the first one he showed us. Okay, that to me is a T. Okay, down, up, across the top. Yeah?
Yeah.
Then the next one you can do is come round, up. And you know what? You can do whatever you like, because there's variations, so nothing's wrong with that. So I generally go round, okay? And through. And then we did some stuff on the upper, did we not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoulders, neck.
Neck. I remember we did this. That lovely kind of cat grip stuff. In massaging schools we call this cat grip. It's my bum bit in this. And we came up into the occiput, and we did some finger work up here. Yeah. And I remember showing a lot of you that you can, you know, this area here is really good for knuckles. Remember? So you can come through. This is more of the Petrissage movements again. So you can use your knuckles in these upper trapezius, mid trapezius areas. You can use one side or another. Again, see that lovely tuck the thumb in and down. You didn't like that one, aren't you? Tuck your thumb in. You see how your other hand gives you a lot of stability with what you're doing. So that's one side. And okay. What else did we do? Push. Push. And when you push, you get in position and you wait for it to kind of respond. And you can use more weight on either side.
So are you applying pressure down there as well? Just
I'm applying pressure towards her feet.
okay.
Okay?
Not nothing down.
No. If I was going down, and I do, I would go on top and work to spread the scapula. Scapula. Okay? Which is another nice stroke. And one hand into the other. pull through. And try a different hand, see which one feels better, okay? Sometimes it really feels better one way or the other. Now with this one, when you hook your fingers over, and you can feel with your fingers all the way through those muscles. Feel all right, Marlena? And all the way around that scapula, look. Nice, eh? Right.
On that hold, are you using both arms to put the pressure on, or just
I am hooking with the hand that's underneath, and then I'm using the one on top for most of the pressure. So generally, the hand underneath is feeling, the one on top has more. Yes, you go. All right, how's that?
Good.
Now, see, I like to think of it like light, medium, deep, back to light. That's how I like to think of things, okay? So I start with light, start with your Effleurage, and then you begin to work with Petrissage. That's working deeper into the soft tissues, and basically it pumps deeply in those tissues, okay? It's like a sponge. If you imagine the tissues like a sponge, and what you're doing is just keep squeezing that sponge, okay? And that helps the nutrients and oxygens get deep into those tissues and relieves those deeper tensions, okay? Gets things moving, all right? Now, so you've done all that, you've done all this squeezing, and then I like to think of it like the Effleurage at the end is actually just helping the body to deal with it's more to support the circulatory and lymphatic system again. Okay? That's how I think of it. I think of it like moving deeper and deeper and deeper and clearing and then helping the body to release those. Okay? So always finish with some nicer kind of Effleurage type strokes. Always. It just feels good. And something that's more connected as well. So whether it's your ringing all the way up and down the back, just forgot this one.
On the next.
Oh God, I forgot mine. Okay, that's okay because I can fit it in just at this point. Okay. So what that goes to show and prove to you is it doesn't matter. This is not about a routine. This is actually about working in that systematic way of light, medium, deep, back to light, and finding what works for somebody. Because in a little while today, we're going to be doing Petrissage, which we haven't even put in here. Okay? So this is my way of kind of finishing that. This is just stroking, feathering. See what a difference that makes? I just need to consult with my assistant who's going to turn that